This is the Square Omni. It might be the best deal going right now for optical launch monitors below the $2,000 price point. On today's video, we are gonna play some simulator golf using Square's own in-house simulator that's built into the software. I'll be playing 9 holes and we're gonna set an over-under here today of even par. We'll see just how realistic and true to life the simulator is, how accurate things are, what the game physics is like, and much more. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Now, I'm gonna be using a gaming computer in order to project the image here onto a screen. I've got a pretty nice setup here in my simulator studio, but you don't necessarily need that with the Square. It's another selling point of this device. You could literally play the same game I'm playing using an iPhone or an iPad. The app works exactly the same. But again, I've got a really nice setup here, so we're gonna use that here today to show you what this thing can do. One of the major selling points of this Omni is that it's subscription free. I love that, and I know there's a lot of golfers out there that really love that. In the world of golf simulation, oftentimes you're paying hundreds of dollars a year in order to get the courses and be able to play them. Not with the Square. They use a credit system, which I'll show you how it works here as we get set up. Let's dive right in. All right, here we are back at the startup screen. We've got game here, and that is going to be our simulator. As you can see, we've now got 22 courses available. I believe it started out with 10 when the first Square came out. As you can see here, you've got difficulty in terms of the course itself and the green. We'll go here with this Angel's Arrow Club here to start. And now we got a few other options here. We can choose how many players we want. We can choose if they're right or left-handed. For me, it's just gonna be me today. You've got different levels from rookie, amateur to professional. I've listed myself here as an amateur. In terms of game modes, we've got classic. We can set this up as a par 3, or we can do a ranked match as well. You can change your green speed here. I'm gonna go to 11. That's what I play at my home course. I think I'm used to that, so we'll go to an 11 stimp. We can do auto putting on or off. I'm gonna turn that off because I actually want to putt with this. Your concede distance goes from 0 to 4 feet. That is not super generous. Some of these go to like 8 feet, even 10 feet I've seen. Let's go ahead and hit play. You'll see how this system works. So there are no subscriptions with the Square, but it works on a credit system. Right now my balance is 96 credits. It'll take me 18 credits to play this course because it's one player playing 18 holes. That's 18 credits. That's how it works. So 1 hole per player per credit. So I'll confirm that. We'll load it up. Since these courses are actually downloaded already, they load fairly quickly. And there we go. There's a beautiful shot of the first tee. Looks like it's a 360-yard hole, downhill tee box. Pretty nice looking view. We get a nice audible confirmation of ready, as well as the lights on the monitor itself glow red, a steady red. Driver in hand here. Let's see how we do. Nice little draw to that one. Some nice camera angle changes, and I did hit the fairway there on first shot. My carry was 235, we rolled out to 242. Pretty snappy in terms of when I hit the ball to when we started seeing that go flying through the air. Not quite as fast as some of the fastest things out there. The Apogee, I think, wins that in terms of it's almost instantaneous from when you hit the shot to where it's flying through the air. But it's also not as slow as something like a SkyTrack, which takes maybe a second or two before you start seeing a reading. I'd say like a second and a half. So I'd say that's a good, happy medium. And again, at this price point, I mean, you shouldn't have any complaints with that at all. I'll say the renderings of these courses are pretty nice. They're not gonna be as detailed as something like a GS Pro or a game day software or something like that, but definitely a step up from like a Home Tee Hero from Garmin or Rapsodo's course play software, for instance. I'd say it's somewhere in between as well. All right, I got 125 uphill, 8.3 yards. You can see on my screen there to the right that the wind is blowing a little bit right to left. I've got a fairway lie, and I'm actually hitting a pitching wedge, so I'll go ahead and change that club, although you don't necessarily have to do that, but we'll go ahead and do it just so we can track our stats and numbers a little bit better here in the system. Pitching wedge in hand, let's see if we can hit the green. Pretty nice shot. Again, like that camera angle switch, woof! Really nice shot, look at that. I'd say fairly realistic in terms of game mechanics there too. That rollout looked approximately what I'd probably get from that type of shot with that spin. I'm more of a low spin player. In fact, that pitching wedge was 6,094 RPM according to the launch monitor here. And now we've got our screen here showing us that this is gonna break a little bit right to left. Again, I've set my green speed here at 11. Wind I won't have to worry about. And this putt, as we can see on the left, is 8 feet 8 inches. Okay, now when you're playing simulator golf, putting can sometimes be difficult if you're new to it. I've got now about 12 feet. Let me walk it off, in fact, to make sure, but I'm pretty sure 3. Now, we'll call it 11 feet here to the screen. And so on an 11 stimp, I basically want to putt to that little hole in front of me, okay? That's kind of my aim. Now I want to be a little right of that hole, just a touch right, because you can see this green is sloping right to left a little bit as well. Let's see how putting is with the Omni. Not bad. We'll take a birdie start. That is a great way to get going here. And I would say that putting was pretty realistic. As you can see, the ball basically just dripped into the back there, and it was a little right of that cup where I was aiming. Really fantastic. All right, our next hole here, 416, down 2.8 yards. Again, looks like a driver hole to me. Let's see if we can hit another good one. For my first ever hole with the Square Omni to birdie, that is a good feeling. I am a little bit superstitious, for sure. All right, I assume kind of going right over that cart path is probably my line. Oh, I pulled that one. See if we can still catch the left side of that fairway though. Might drip into the rough, let's see. I hit it a little harder though, as you can see. We rolled out to 268 there. Carry about the same, so more of a downhill rolling out shot. I've got 152. It's uphill, so that makes my decision easier because I was kind of in between clubs. Uphill a little bit, 4 yards, as you can see up top there, means I'm gonna pull an 8-iron here. A little extra club. I was kind of between a 9 and an 8. We'll go with the higher one. Decent strike. Oh, baby. I'm on fire right now. I am on fire. Okay, we've got a 16-foot putt that's slightly downhill, and it's definitely moving left to right. So again, I don't want to hit this super hard because it's a downhill putt. Pretty much just get it to the screen is about what I'm aiming for here. And I'm a little more left to right here. I feel like I nailed that. Settle. Ooh, too much. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, so that's fast. At 11 stimp meter, that's faster than I thought I was gonna be. Now I'm 20 feet uphill, right to left. I just want to get it in that circle at this point. That would be nice. And is that not gonna quite make it to the circle? That's what I was saying about the gimme distance. On most simulators, you can set it to 5, 6 feet. That would have been in. Now I've got a little tester here for a bogey, although that putt looks fairly straight. And it's what, 5 feet, okay. There we go, woof. Didn't want to double bogey that after I hit it to 16 feet. Okay, so we're back to even par. You can see our scorecard up there. And now we've got 176.2 yards, downhill a little bit. That's gonna be a kind of a tough shot. Now, if I do want to adjust my aim, because again, you can see the wind here going left to right. And if I want to click on the screen on the left or right sides of the screen, we can actually adjust our alignment just a little bit there. Now, because that big bunker, I'm actually, even though it's windy, I'm gonna still play it a little right of the hole. That's my aim point right there. I don't know if I can get there with a 7. It's gonna be tough, but since we are on a par 3, I'll tee this baby up. And I gotta have a perfect strike to get there, I think.
Ready?
That was a good one. That wind should probably hold it off their right side of that green. But that was a great shot. Settle now. Kind of caught it downhill, it looks like. So again, like the physics of this game seem pretty realistic. Yeah, you can actually see the heat map of this green, and I got a little extra roll out there on that downhill and that kind of left to right slope that we've got. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the mechanics here, gameplay wise. Let's see if we can get the putting back. I feel like that should be close. Is it enough? Oh man, no, left that one short. So I haven't dialed in the putting yet. I don't want a 3-putt. 6 feet, just slightly left to right. All right, we'll take the par.
Nice par.
And we get the we get the nice par there. Thank you very much. I will take a par. All right, this hole is interesting. 251. It's kind of a risk-reward shot. Look at that bunkering. This is actually a really interesting design. I'd say I probably want to lay it up into here. Now I wish I could kind of see by clicking there how far I need to hit it, but clicking on this map doesn't do that. It only moves the aim point. So that's one thing I'd love to see changed. I'm gonna go hybrid here, so we'll confirm that. I know I haven't been choosing clubs every single time, but I'd like to hit it somewhere in here. Hybrid might even be too much, to be quite honest. So, you know what? I'm gonna hit 5-iron, I think. Just want like a 200-yard shot. I'm not going for the green on this one. I'm not gonna be a hero.
Ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready? Ooh, toey. That's probably only about a 165 to 70, I'd say. Yep, look at the carry, right at 170. Go down that hill a little bit. Again, accuracy-wise, I mean, I think it's spot on right now. I'm really, really happy to see it. I can't say I'm surprised because the original Square was a very accurate device, but this is even nicer, not having to have RCT balls. These 4 cameras seem to be doing the job very well. All right, this is a tough shot for me. 71 yards, 52.8 to clear that bunker. That's nice that it gives you that information. See if I got my 72-yard shot down pat. Nope, that was way short. Yeah, not where I want to be. Not where I want to be, but it'll give us a chance to look at chipping. I'd say that was me more than the shot. How far did that shot say it went? 54 yards? Yeah, probably correct. I opened that face up a little bit too much. That's an awkward distance for me. If I take like a 3/4, maybe 80% swing, it's like an 85 club, and a half swing is like a 70-yard club. But then instead of taking the half swing, I also opened up the face and I got a 50-yard swing, I guess, 55. Let's see how the chipping is though here. Again, a little right to left movement on this green, 21 yards. I try to just eyeball this. That one didn't register. We got our first non-register. Now, I gotta say, I don't think I heard the ready symbol, so I probably just wasn't in the right zone here. The zone, by the way, you've got about a foot. It's 10 inches by 10 inches, so really wide, but I missed it there. I kind of just try to eyeball chips on simulators. I didn't give it enough there. I didn't give it enough. That checked up pretty good. Again, game mechanic wise, I think that spin and rollout was probably exactly what I just did. Now I got another testy par putt here. Right to left, 15 feet. Just a little bit right to left though. Come on, give it to me. Bam!
Nice ball.
Thank you, I'll take it. I knew, right? Coming off the club face, that was a good one. Now before we get to the next hole here, let me tell you about our friends playbetter.com. It's the best place to buy one of these Square Omnis. They got the best pricing on the internet. Using our code LPT will save you a few dollars on top of that, or for any launch monitor that you're shopping. Best customer service in the business, free 48-hour shipping across the United States. There is so much to love about playbetter.com. They've been our partner for 6 years here on Let's Play Through for a reason. They take really good care of our people. So head on over there if you're looking for a Square Omni or for any launch monitor that you're shopping for. All right, let's get back to work here. 337. Again, kind of another little risk reward because there's a bunker there on the right. So they're saying 251 is this mark here. I gotta take less than driver, I think, because if I hit that 260 driver, I'm gonna be in that bunker. Well-designed hole for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go 4-wood here, which is like my 240 club when I hit it well, maybe a little bit further, but 240, 250 is all I want right here. And I'd say that was a 210 swing. That was not a good one. Not even, I barely got to 200, but it's safe. That was an ugly swing. 143, 9-iron is the club. It's kind of right between a 9 and a pitching wedge distance-wise, but little wind behind me as we can see, 10 yards uphill. That's significant, so that's almost a whole nother club. All right, here we go. Pretty good shot. That was my 140 swing. Is it enough? All right, we're on there. Now that was a little extra roll on than I would expect, I'll be honest there. If I hit that 9-iron in real life on a little uphill swale, I don't think I get that roll out, but I'm glad I got it. All right, so it's right off our feet and left to right towards the hole. So overall, I'm just gonna play this as a straight putt, up just a little bit. I don't know if you saw that, but the ball actually missed that hole by the left side and it came off the club face left. So again, impressive accuracy here out of the Square. This is a range I have yet to miss from, so let's keep that trend going. 5-4. Oh, I might have gone a little left. Okay, no, whew, it did go left to right. I knew it came off my putter face a little left there again. All right, we're rolling here. We are rolling. Still even par, heading to 6, 394. I think I can pull that driver back out. I'd love to know down below, what do you think so far? Leave me a comment. I'm impressed. From a gameplay feature set, from a speed of, again, when that ball comes off the club face, and from an accuracy standpoint. I'm gonna try to fade one, okay? Because again, we wanna test this out. So my normal shot shape, I'm gonna change it here, go a little left to right, whoop. Stay there, baby, stay there. Take more of an outside in swing here. Ooh, yes. That was a big cut. Big boy cut right there. Yes, sir. Okay, 157, downhill. That's got 8 iron written all over it. Now I could really attack a 9, but I don't think that's the play here. Where's that pin? That pin is cut left. So if I miss, I want to miss right of that. So I'm gonna aim out to the right a little bit. Oh, that was a bad shot. That was toey. I feel like I got lucky there. That was not a great strike. I wonder if, we chose like, there's rookie, amateur, professional. I went with amateur there. I wonder if we would have chose professional, if that would not have hit the green. I don't think in real life that would have hit the green. I'd be shocked if it did. All right, right to left, looks downhill. Nope, it's flat, 22 feet. Okay, I've had this distance before. Oh, again, didn't wait for the ready sign. That's on me. Gotta look for the lights, gotta listen. And I didn't do that there.
Ready?
There we go. Of course, you know that putt was going in, right? Did I give it enough? Did I give it too much? Oh my gosh, whoa! Ho! Wow! 11 stimpmeter might have been a mistake.
Ready?
Oh boy, okay. 15 feet uphill. That was a little tricky. You gotta know that green because I guess past the hole, it was really downhill. It was flat getting to the hole, but past the hole, it was kind of up on a shelf. I'll know that for next time I play this course. Tough bogey there. Well, probably a bogey I deserved, honestly, because I don't think that 8 iron was as good as the Square gave me. But I like that it errs in my favor rather than against me. All right, 433. Oh, this is a par 5. Look at that bunker, perfectly placed where I'm about to generally hit this one. Great course design. I was trying to go up the right side and I did that. But I hit the rough. Caught that a little high and a little heel side, so that definitely took some distance off. All right, first chance at a hybrid here out of the rough. It says that the rough there, and it's the first time I've been in the rough, I guess. It says I got a 10% rough penalty, so I've got to hit it 10% further. So 203, basically I got to add 20 yards, and that should be my hybrid. This is a 220 club-ish. Now I don't know if that overhanging tree will get in the way or not, but I'm just gonna swing. Let's see, let the chips fall where they may. That was a good one. Oh, it hit the tree. Oh, that was a really good strike. That took off a lot of distance. Well, realistic result. When you hit the tree like that, it's gonna take some off. So again, from a gameplay physics standpoint, impressive. 21 yard chip, again, kind of an awkward distance. Whew. I nailed the landing point, but it didn't check up out of that rough. You wouldn't expect it to. I mean, I think they've done a fantastic job building this one. Fairly straight putt, little right to left, 22 feet. Come on, baby, give it to me. One time.
Nice ball.
There we go. I knew when I hit that one, I was like, I think that's it. I needed that birdie after that bogey. Ooh, I get a replay too. Boom! Back of the cup. We're back, baby. We're back to even par. We got 2 holes to play. 172, our last par 3 of the day. That's almost the same distance as the first shot. This one's downhill. I'm gonna go 6 iron. I think, what was the first one? 176? When I play a golf course, I like to have a mixture of par 3 shots. I like to have like a 120, a 150, a 170, maybe a 190. That's an ideal setup for me. All right, here we go. A little right. Give me some more draw, come on. Carry that bunker, please. Ooh, oh boy, I airmailed the green. I mean, I did catch it flush. It's a 165 carry. No, this is a, oh, that's, I meant to club down, I just clubbed up. I meant to hit an 8-iron a little less. I wanted like a 160 carry club and I hit my 185 carry club. Okay, well, that was a mental error. I'm actually lucky that I'm still here in the, I guess I'm in the rough, 10% penalty. So again, I'm not gonna get a lot of spin coming out of here. I wanna land it short, drip it on. It's a little right to left, so I'll aim a little right. I don't know if I gave it enough. No, I knew it. I knew it, right? Coming off the club face. I knew that. All right, maybe we can hit another bomb though. Is there one more bomb in me?
Ready?
Well, it's only 13 feet. Slightly right to left. It's basically just putting it to my screen. Oh, it was more right to left than I thought, and wow. Man, that again was a faster putt than I thought. I think that's 3 times now I've been fooled. All right, this is a must-make situation if we're gonna go even par. Must make. Get in there. We'll take it. We'll take it. I don't know about that first putt. I guess maybe I did hit it a little too hard. It's easy to blame the software, but I'm probably the person to blame there. All right, 339. We're getting aggressive here. I want to have a wedge in my hand. There's a lot of bunkering out there in the fairway, but we're gonna go at it. Oh, might have been my best one. That was pretty perfect. Oh gosh. Man, they put bunkers in the right spots on this course. Oh man, straight in it. I'm gonna go 50-degree wedge because I've got 109 and it's uphill and I'm in the sand. It's a 20% sand penalty, so I need to hit a 120 shot, which this is a 120 club. But also we've got uphill, so you know what? I gotta go pitching wedge. Those are the calculations you gotta do. Not only on a real golf course, but here playing simulator golf. It makes it easier. And this is so transferable because then you start to think this way out on the golf course. Hey, I'm in the rough. What's my lie looking like? Okay, it's probably not gonna fly quite as far. I got uphill, you know, again, I gotta add a little bit more club. These are all calculations you'll wanna have out on the golf course. And playing sim golf actually makes you a better golfer because of that. Okay. 109, a little wind into my face too, so this is definitely the right club. I don't want to 100% hit it, but I want to 95% hit this one. I think that was it. Come on, baby. Be the one. Oh, short. All that talk, and I came up short. Well, even par seems unlikely, but it's not out of the question. Let's see if we can chip this one in. I like that. Come on, roll out. Roll out. Didn't roll out. Dang it. Oh man, this was a fun round though, I gotta say. Even though I didn't hit my goal, this was fun. Right to left, 20 feet, uphill slightly. Is that enough? Did I give it enough? Yes, I did. Whew, okay. Hey, 2 birdies on that round. That was a ton of fun. A ton of fun. I gotta say, I'm impressed with this Square Omni, the gameplay, the mechanics, the way things work out on course, and the accuracy, as I mentioned earlier. I think they've done an incredible job. For every club in my bag, from driver all the way down to wedge, I think I knew exactly about how far those should go, and from what I could tell, that's exactly where they did go. Now, we've done some accuracy tests, testing this up against much more expensive launch monitors. I know it to be accurate, but it was good to see it again here in the gameplay with the Square Omni. So really an incredible job. You don't need anything more than the launch monitor itself and the welcome credits to have a ton of fun for a very long time. Now, of course, you can go third party and go GS Pro with that subscription. And the nice thing about the Square Omni is that it's not gonna charge you in order to use that thing. A lot of these simulators have a third party connector fee. It's like 100 or maybe 200 and up per year. No fee here to access GS Pro and some of the other third party software. So that's there if you want it. But I think you've got everything here now with 22 courses and really excellent gameplay. The only little knock would be some of that putting. It could have been me, for sure, but every simulator is difficult to putt on. If you've played on them, they can be challenging. And I might have got a little extra help on that one 8-iron shot back at, what was it, hole 7. But all in all, I think the Square Omni fared very, very well here. We do so many golf tech and golf equipment reviews here on Let's Play Through. So it's a good time to hit that subscribe button and help us out. That means more than you know. And if you do want to explore this Square Omni a little deeper and see my full overview video, I'm going to leave that link for you right here. As I mentioned, playbetter.com is the place to get one of these. That link's down in the description. I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.